The moment you start desiring something, it starts moving towards you. But that's the moment where you make the mistake too. Do not ask how, and do not wonder when. These are the questions of a mind still asleep to its own power. There is no distance between you and wealth, save for the illusion that you must earn it. I tell you now, you already are what you seek. You are not the beggar knocking at the door. You are the owner of the house. Look not to your bank account for proof of your wealth. Look instead to your inner vision. For what you accept is true within, the world must mirror without. The treasure does not come after the feeling. It comes because of it. So feel now. Assume the state of the one who no longer desires because they already possess. Let your spine straighten with the confidence of financial freedom. Let your thoughts be dressed in the silk of abundance. Walk as the millionaire does, not in arrogance, but in ease, for nothing is missing from the one who knows. Do not try to get rich. Be rich in consciousness first. Stop trying so hard to make it happen. Let it be. You must believe not by force, but by familiarity. You believe you're wealthy because you've rehearsed it so well in the silence of your soul. The world has no choice but to play its part. Detach from the noise and ignore the evidence of lack. Lack is only a shadow cast by your former belief. Don't fight it. Replace it. Replace it with the unwavering knowing that wealth is not arriving. It has arrived, and it's simply catching up to you in time. Speak richly. Speak not as one who waits, but as one who remembers. Every word you utter confirms who you are. So say, I am wealthy, not as a wish, but as a decree. Give thanks not when it appears, but before. Gratitude is the password. It signals to the universe that you have received. And once you have received within, no force in the world can keep it from you. The inner millionaire is not an idea. It is your true self calling you forward. Let go of trying and waiting. You are not becoming rich. You are rich already. Before the world can ever reflect your wealth, it must first be formed, nurtured, and lived within the sanctuary of your mind. Wealth is not something you pursue outside of yourself, like a man chases the horizon. It is not found in the grinding, striving, or collecting. It begins in the unseen, in silence, in the invisible world of your imagination. You have been taught to look outside of yourself for riches, to hustle, to grind, to sacrifice your peace for gain. But true wealth laughs at such efforts. It is not birthed from force. It is born in belief. The world does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are and who you believe yourself to be. You do not attract what you chase. You attract what you are. And so if you desire riches, you must not see yourself as someone who is lacking, reaching out for something that isn't here. You must become the awareness of wealth itself. Close your eyes for a moment and picture what your life would look like if you were already everything you desire to be. What clothes are you wearing? What kind of home surrounds you? What kind of air fills your lungs? What does your schedule feel like? Do you rush, or do you glide with time as your servant, not your master? You see, these are not childish games. These are the keys. Your imagination is not fantasy. It is the blueprint of your reality. It is the secret chamber where all creation begins. Everything you now see was once imagined. Every building, every car, every company, every dollar in circulation. It began as a thought, a vision, a moment of belief in the unseen. Why would it be any different for you? The moment you imagine yourself as wealthy and truly feel it, not as a distant hope, but as a present truth, you shift your identity. And when your identity shifts, your world must conform. The law is simple. What you accept is true within must become fact without. You cannot pretend to be rich while secretly seeing yourself as poor. You cannot rehearse lack in your thoughts and expect abundance in your life. The outer world will always echo the state you occupy within. This is why the wise never speak from circumstance. They speak from conviction. They don't describe what is, they declare what must be, because they have seen it in their imagination and have claimed it as theirs. They walk in faith, not blind belief, but inner knowing. You are not just a body in the world. You are consciousness, awareness, imagination in motion. You are the projector, not the screen. And so if the movie you're watching is full of scarcity, you don't change the screen. You change the film. You change the inner assumptions. You dare to believe something new, something greater. See yourself now as the one who already has, not someday, not after the promotion, not when the market changes, right now. See it and live in that vision. Speak from that place and think from that place. Give thanks from that place. Your feelings will confirm when you're there. Peace and ease will come. And those are your true companions to wealth. Wealth begins in the imagination, because that is the only place anything has ever begun. Your riches will not come from struggle. They will come from inner alignment. You're not chasing money. You are becoming one with the awareness of abundance. And once that becomes your natural state, your outer world will have no choice but to fall in line. There is a subtle but powerful truth hidden from the world, and it is this: you do not become wealthy by trying harder. You become wealthy by embodying the state of one who already is. The world has confused effort for creation, striving for becoming, and in doing so, it has led many into exhaustion. But the secret has always been in the feeling. What you feel yourself to be is what the world will ultimately confirm. The mind seeks to fix the outer world, to hustle and manipulate events into place. But that path is endless and tiring. There is another way. It begins not with the outer, but the inner, not with action, but with assumption. What if in this very moment you stopped seeing yourself as someone working toward wealth and instead began living as someone who already possesses it? This is not make-believe. This is the core of transformation. To assume the feeling of already being wealthy is to step into a version of yourself that knows without doubt or hesitation that abundance is already yours. It is to feel the peace, the power, the freedom, and the quiet confidence that comes with knowing you are supported by life itself. When you feel wealthy, not for show or for others, but in the deep stillness of your soul, you begin to change what the world reflects back to you. You must understand, feeling is the secret bridge between the unseen and the seen. Everything you desire already exists in the realm of the unseen, but it can only move into form when it is matched with the right emotional frequency. That frequency is not found in desperation. It is not found in fear or stress or lack. It is found in the calm, unwavering sensation of already having. So pause, go within. Imagine a life where you no longer worry about money, where every need is met before you even ask, where opportunities flow to you with ease. Don't simply see it. Feel it. Feel the gratitude for that life. Feel the freedom. Feel the expansion. What does your body feel like in that state? How do you carry yourself? How do you speak, decide, and move through the day? Let that feeling become so real, so natural, that it no longer feels like a dream, but a memory of something that's always been yours. You don't need permission to feel wealthy now. You don't need to wait for a bank statement or a title or a business deal. The moment you wait, you have declared yourself separate from it. But the moment you feel, you claim it. You bring the unseen into being. And this is the great paradox. The feeling must come first. The feeling draws the form. The world of conditions and circumstances will follow your inner conviction, not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. This is not law by force, but law by being. Every time you assume the feeling of being wealthy, you rewire the mind, you soften resistance, and you allow your world to reconfigure itself. It doesn't matter how far away your goals seem. Time is not your master, your state is. And the state you dwell in emotionally and mentally becomes your experience. There is no outer world without the inner world, first breathing life into it. So instead of striving, begin remembering. Begin identifying with the version of you who already lives in abundance. This is not about pretending. This is about returning to a truth that has always been quietly whispering within you. You are not becoming wealthy. You are awakening to the fact that wealth has always been within you, waiting for you to feel it real. Let that feeling guide you now, and the world will follow. The greatest illusion you will ever face is the belief that what you see with your eyes is all there is. Your senses, as sharp as they may be, are not sources of truth. They are messengers of your past assumptions. What you see, hear, and experience right now is not the ultimate reality, but a reflection of the state you have most consistently accepted as true within yourself. To live only by what you see is to remain bound by yesterday's beliefs. You must learn to detach from what is, if you ever hope to step into what can be. The outer world is not the cause, it is the echo. It is the shadow of a deeper, invisible world within you. And if you continue to react to the echo, you will keep recreating the same scenes, the same cycles, the same results. But if you can ignore the noise of appearances and hold fast to the unseen vision, you unlock the true power of creation. This detachment is not denial. It is mastery. You are not ignoring the facts. You are refusing to let them dictate your future. You are choosing to believe in something greater than your current circumstance. You are choosing to believe that your imagination is more real than your surroundings. Because it is. Every great change, every transformation, every success that has ever occurred in history began not with what was, but with someone bold enough to live from what will be. To persist in the inner vision, even when the outer world offers no support, is the mark of a powerful creator. It requires faith, not the kind that waits for signs, but the kind that creates signs. It is not a passive waiting, but an active claiming. You see it, you feel it, and you walk in it even when no one else does. This is the essence of detachment. Your inner reality becomes so dominant, so vivid, so alive, that the outer world must eventually conform. Look around you right now. Everything you consider real was once a thought in someone's mind. Someone once closed their eyes and saw what no one else could see. They believed it before it existed. They walked in it before it arrived. That's the secret the world won't teach you. Reality is delayed imagination. What you hold in consciousness now will show itself in form, if you don't let the noise of now talk you out of it. You are not meant to argue with circumstances. You are not meant to plead with reality. You are meant to transcend it, to rise above appearances and stand firm in the state of the wish fulfilled. And when doubt whispers, when nothing seems to be changing, you smile. Not because you're pretending, but because you know the truth. The unseen is more powerful than the seen. The cause is internal, and the outer must yield to the inner. So practice the discipline of stillness. Return again and again to your chosen vision. Feel it real, speak from it, think from it, rest in it. Do not let your senses shake you. Train them instead. Tell your eyes what to see. Tell your ears what to hear. And teach your body what it feels like to live in the end result. In time, the world will bend, not because you forced it, but because you refused to leave your inner post. You stayed loyal to the vision. You detached from what is, and you gave your loyalty to what must be. That is the path of the master. That is how you rise in poor appearances. Persist in the inner vision. The world is a mirror, and it must reflect what you boldly assume to be true. The world within you is speaking long before your lips ever move. Every word you speak, every thought you allow to linger, and every silent assumption you hold in the shadows of your mind, they are creating. They are not just reflections of your reality. They are the blueprint of it. If you desire to live richly, you must first begin to speak richly. Walk boldly and think abundantly. There is no other way. You do not wait for riches to speak like a wealthy person. You speak this way because you already are. You cannot plant seeds of lack and expect to harvest abundance. The law is too precise for that. You must begin to speak with authority, with clarity, and with expectancy. Speak as though you know the doors are already open. Speak as though the universe is bending over backward to honor your inner state, because it is. When you speak richly, you're not boasting. You're not pretending. You are aligning. You are aligning your language with your vision. You are reminding your mind and your body of what it means to live in the end. Words are not small. They are not idle. Every sentence, Every phrase you utter becomes a silent instruction to your subconscious. If you speak of struggle, of waiting, of how far you are, do not be surprised when your world reflects exactly that. But speak as one who knows, and your life must echo that knowing. And it does not end with words. You must walk boldly. Carry yourself as one who is already chosen, already favored, already abundant, not out of arrogance, but from conviction. Let your body reflect the truth you hold within. Do you realize how powerful your walk is when it matches your vision? Every step you take with intention becomes a declaration to life itself. I am ready. I am certain. I am it. A person who walks boldly does not question their place. They do not seek permission. They do not wait for external validation to believe they belong. They decide. And in that decision, everything around them begins to reorganize to match their certainty. So walk boldly, not because of what you have, but because of who you've become in consciousness. Walk like someone who already holds the key to every room they enter. But above all, think abundantly. This is where everything begins. Your thoughts are the silent architects of your experience. No one hears them, but the universe responds to them. What are you imagining when no one is watching? What are you rehearsing in your mind? Are you mentally preparing for delays, for disappointments, for resistance? Or are you rehearsing success, ease, flow, and favor? Think abundantly, not just in terms of money, but in time, energy, love, and creativity. Lack cannot speak where wealth lives. The two cannot dwell in the same space. When you think richly, when you believe there is always more than enough, life mirrors that belief. Scarcity shrinks your world. Abundance expands it. Every moment is a chance to realign. When you catch yourself thinking small, stop. When you hear lack in your speech, shift. When you feel hesitation in your body, straighten up. Reclaim the power that is already yours. You are not waiting for wealth to change you. You are choosing to embody wealth now so that it must express through you. Do not underestimate the simplicity of this practice. It is not complicated. Speak richly. Walk boldly. Think abundantly. Let your life become the natural expression of one who knows their worth. When you align your words, your walk, and your thoughts with your wealthy self, the world has no choice but to meet you where you stand. You are not trying, chasing, or becoming. You are awakening. The grand illusion is that you must strive and struggle, work endlessly, and prove your worth before you can call yourself wealthy, abundant, and complete. But the truth is far simpler and far more powerful. You already are. There is nothing to add. There is only something to remember. The millionaire is not a destination. It is a state of consciousness, a way of being, and it lives within you now. The moment you stop looking outside yourself for validation, permission, or proof, you begin to see clearly. The wealth was never out there. It was always encoded in you, quietly waiting for your recognition. You don't transform into a powerful creator. You realize you are one. You don't build your worth. You recognize it. It is not effort that makes you rich. It is identity. And when you shift your identity, your world follows. This is not theory. This is law. Every desire you have is a whisper from the deeper self, the higher self, reminding you of who you really are, not who you could be, not who you might become if you try hard enough, but who you already are, beneath the layers of conditioning, fear, and doubt. You are not meant to strive for wealth. You are meant to step into it, to embody it, to assume it as natural, as effortless, as obvious. But the world has taught you the opposite. It has trained you to measure your worth by your bank account, your status, your job title, your past. It has told you that success must be earned, and that abundance is reserved for the few. None of that is true. It is not truth. It is programming. And you are here now to unlearn it all. You do not have to convince anyone. You do not have to defend your vision. You do not have to explain why you feel destined for more. The only one you must convince is yourself. Because the moment you accept that you already are, life rushes to mirror that acceptance. Not slowly, not someday, instantly. The outer simply lags behind the inner by a moment. That is all. Everything you do from the awareness of I already am carries a different frequency. It's not forced or desperate. It flows. You make decisions with clarity. You take steps with ease. You stop asking, how will this happen? And start declaring, this is who I am. And when your internal conviction deepens, the how becomes irrelevant, because the manifestation becomes inevitable. You are not becoming a millionaire. You are remembering that abundance is your nature, scarcity is the illusion, and lack is the lie. And as you peel away the false ideas, you reveal the truth. You are never broken, never unworthy, never behind. You are simply asleep. But now you are awake. Feel the difference between effort and embodiment. One tries, the other knows. One hopes, the other lives it now. You are not required to wait until the money shows up to feel wealthy. Feel it first, and it must show up. That is the way it works. This is the Great Awakening. Not that you must earn it, but that you've always had it. Not that you must chase it, but that it's chasing you. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop delaying, step into the truth with full conviction. You are not transforming into something new. You are finally seeing what has always been true. You already are, and nothing can take that away from you. Use gratitude as a manifestation tool. Gratitude is not something you give after the blessing arrives. It is the very force that brings the blessing into form. It is not a passive emotion. It is a powerful act of creation. To feel thankful before the evidence appears is to declare without wavering that what you desire is already yours. Gratitude in this sense is the boldest expression of faith. It is proof that you believe more in the unseen than in the seen, more in the spiritual cause than in the physical effect. Most people wait to feel grateful. They wait until the money is in their account, until the opportunity appears, until the success is visible and confirmed by others. But that is not gratitude. That is observation. Gratitude is not a reaction. It is a choice. It is the invisible key that unlocks the visible realm. When you give thanks in advance, you are not pretending. You are aligning. You are placing your trust in the unseen hand that moves all things. This is why gratitude is so powerful. It bypasses doubt, it silences fear, it renders lack irrelevant. Because when you give thanks for something you cannot yet see, you are stating clearly to the universe that you no longer question its arrival. You no longer worry about how or when. You simply know it is already done. And the one who knows receives. Gratitude does not beg. It does not plead. It does not hope timidly. Gratitude declares. It says, thank you, not as a wish, but as a confirmation. Thank you for the abundance that is now mine. Thank you for the opportunities that are unfolding. Thank you for the success that has already occurred in the unseen. To live in gratitude is to live as if the miracle has already happened. It is to wake up and say, thank you for the wealth that flows to me. Thank you for the health that radiates from me. Thank you for the joy that surrounds me. You do not wait to see it. You decide to see it now. And that decision is magnetic. Life rushes to meet the tone you set. The secret door to abundance is not locked. It simply requires a key that few are willing to use: belief before sight. And gratitude is that key. It opens the floodgates because it proves that you trust the process, not partially, not occasionally. Every time you feel grateful, you are activating the law. You are shifting your focus from what is missing to what is already here in seed form. And what you focus on grows. Gratitude waters the soil of your consciousness. It nurtures the seed of your vision. It prepares your inner world to receive the outer manifestation. Start now. Even if your current reality seems empty, lacking, or delayed, speak gratitude into the silence. Say thank you in the face of resistance. Praise in the presence of doubt. Rejoice not because it has appeared, but because you know it must. This is the sacred art of creation. The more you practice it, the faster things shift. Gratitude is not for the world. It is for you. It reshapes your inner landscape until your outer world has no choice but to catch up. It is the signal you send that you are no longer waiting. You are living in the answered prayer. You are walking in the reality that your old self only dreamed of. So give thanks now. Give thanks boldly. Give thanks without conditions. Let your gratitude be loud, consistent, unwavering, because it is through that door that all abundance enters. Gratitude is the sound of your faith speaking, and the universe always answers that sound. Understand this. You are not here to chase wealth. You are here to realize it. Every word, every assumption, every inner feeling you've embraced throughout this journey is a key unlocking the truth that you were never separate from abundance. The millionaire is not someone you must become. It is who you already are in the unseen, waiting to be expressed through consciousness, feeling, and belief. You have now remembered that wealth begins not with money, but with imagination. That you must assume the feeling of already being rich. Live boldly from the unseen vision. Think and speak in alignment with your higher self. And give thanks before it arrives, because it has arrived in the world within, and that is where all things are born. There is nothing outside of you to wait for. There is only the moment when you know deeply and without doubt that it is already yours. That moment is now. As you close your eyes tonight and open them tomorrow morning, remember this truth. You are not the same person who began listening these words. Something has shifted within you, a recognition, an awakening, a remembering of what was always true. The old story of struggle and lack has lost its power over you. The new story, your true story, is one of inherent abundance, of natural wealth, of effortless flow. This is not a story you must write. It is one you must simply allow to unfold. You will face moments when the outer world tries to convince you otherwise. When bills arrive, when accounts seem empty, when others question your certainty, in those moments, return here. Return to this knowing. Return to the feeling of wealth that lives in your bones, in your breath, in the very essence of who you are. You are the master of your inner world, and your inner world is the only world that truly matters. Everything else is merely a reflection waiting to catch up to your consciousness. Walk forward now as the wealthy being you are. Speak as one who knows. Think as one who has. Feel as one who is complete. The universe is conspiring not just to meet your needs, but to exceed your wildest dreams, because it recognizes what you have finally remembered. You are not separate from abundance. You are abundance itself, temporarily wearing the costume of a human being. The curtain rises on your new life now. Step into it with the confidence of one who knows the script was written in their favor, long before the play began. You already are. You have always been. You will always be. Welcome home to abundance.